Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Wow, I was blown away by the support from my last video. I'm really grateful that that was helpful for everyone. I just want to start on this video with just grounding everyone's energy, everyone that's tuning in to watch this. Just taking a deep breath. Yeah. I just know that every person that is meant to watch this is going to find this video and it's going to feel so good. And so the title of this video, or I guess the intention of this video, is how can we show up as the version of ourselves, the highest possible version of ourselves in 2025, in the new year, right? So just disclaimer, I'm not a big resolution person. I'm not very rigid in things. I think that to each their own. In human design, which I'll talk about, I love human design. It's kind of like a conglomeration of different systems and energetic blueprints, so you can figure out your own unique energetic signature, which I love. I just love any modality that can further help us understand how we operate. Obviously, within these things, I like breathability. As I just said, I'm not that rigid. So whether it's astrology or human design, I like just getting little inputs as to how I can be more in alignment with how my energy wants to move. So in human design, I am a manifester. And so it tells me a lot about my energy type, how I will go long windows of time with so much energy moving through me, and then I equally need that same amount to rest and relax. And so once upon a time, I used to think I was lazy or that I wasn't doing enough. But now, uncovering something like human design, I know that this is just the way my energy moves. So I think this is a great way to segue into the topic of this video, which is the first thing I want to talk about is your energy, organizing your energy. When you're aware of how you operate, your unique energetic signature, your unique energetic blueprint, how you function best, that is having a leg up in this game called life. So start really, while this year, it's December when I'm filming this video, so I'm in a very reflective period, and I encourage you to do the same. Start being reflective as to, how do I work? How do I operate? Am I more fiery? Am I more air? Am I more water? Am I more earthy? You might be all of these things, but when do you feel the need to attack an idea? Are you the person that you're lit up and you immediately have to execute a plan, or do you need time to be in that reflective mode before you act? I would say the best way to engage in the most optimal version of yourself is start understanding your energy. I'm the type of person that I need a lot of rest. I need that solitude. I, again, can go weeks where I'm really in this fire energy and my energy is just sprinkling in all these very wonderful places. But then I need to slow down and reflect and integrate everything that I was doing. I need to integrate my lessons. I need to slow down. I need to figure out what's working, what's not. So I would encourage you to figure out your energetic type. Again, things that can help are understanding your human design. It's not my ministry. I'm not a human design expert, but if you just research human design, take the test, it's very similar to, if you're trying to figure out your rising and your moon sign, you type in your birth time and everything. And there are amazing experts out there that can help you further uncover that. Or even just within your zodiac sign. Just start to understanding, how do I move? How am I going to approach my activities? The things that I want to do. And also, within the vein of energy, what is the energy that you want to feel next year, right? Everything that we're wanting, whether it's money or a relationship or a job change or a home, yes, that is the title of what it is, but it's really the energy underneath that we're wanting. So getting clear as to the feeling of what it is that I'm wanting. So feeling into, what is the energy I want next year? Maybe picking one word for next year. It can be the energy of expansion, the energy of support, the energy of nurture, the energy of gentleness, the energy of ease. I think a huge way to sort of hack into the system is to figure out the energy that you want to feel. The feeling tone of it, as I love Michael Beckwith. He always talks about the feeling tone. So really start to feel into the energetics of your desire. Take a moment, close your eyes, even right now. What would feel really good for me next year? If it's friendship that you're after, and we talked about this in the previous video about friendship. Again, sitting in the feeling. I want to feel nurtured. I want to feel loved unconditionally. I want to feel held. And then feeling it in your body. That's another thing, starting to get really aware and clear of your body. How do sensations feel in the body? As we know, the universe is a feeling one, right? The universe, everything is in response to your vibration and your dominant vibrational point. So what is the vibration that you want to anchor into in 2025? And then once we do this, finding the ways that you are being supported. I know quite often we have this huge, giant desire, but we don't see the little subtle ways that we're being supported. So it might just be that you got a phone call from a loved one randomly, and they're just like, hey, I was just thinking about you, just want to say I love you. That's support. Maybe you were pulling out, driving in your car and somebody just let you pass them. That is support, right? And it might just seem like, oh, those are small things, but the way that you start to send out a signal to the universe that you want more is by being grateful for those little things. If you're in line and somebody just like lets you go in front of them, take a moment and feel into that gratitude. Wow, I'm supported. And you can say, thank you more, please, to the universe or to God or to whatever you believe in. Thank you more, please. You have to start to train the universe how you want to be supported and that you like these things. So shout it from the rooftops. Start being very mindful of the little ways you are supported. Because once you start with the small things, they will then expand and become your reality. So start being grateful for the small things. More practically, it's really good to sort of take inventory over what worked this year and what didn't. Always holding yourself in compassion, but just, wow, this year I was really good with my eating. I was eating really healthy and eating foods that really nourished me and made me feel really energized. So that's something that really worked. But maybe something that didn't work, I could communicate a little bit better. I could have communicated. Something like that. Just start to take inventory as to what really worked for you and what didn't. And the things that worked for you, keep applying it in 2025. Keep doing it. Keep showing up. This is a good way to just kind of hold yourself accountable and see how you can continue to sort of iron out things in your life and to just be more emotionally aware and intelligent and careful. So I would definitely recommend doing that. In the vein of sort of shadow work, another teacher that I love, Lisa Nichols, who OG The Secret movie way back in the day, for those of you who are aware of The Secret, which is the book about the law of attraction. Fun fact, my godmother gave me that book when I was like 13 years old. I didn't choose this life, it chose me. Wow, that was awkward. Anyway, so Lisa Nichols, she's an incredible teacher and motivational speaker and just a guide. And she has this practice called Lies and Truths. I don't know if that's the name of it, but that's what I'm going to call it. This is a great way to hold yourself accountable with what's going on in your subconscious brain and in your shadow. For those of you who aren't aware of shadow work, it's kind of holding up a mirror to the parts of ourselves that we are refusing to look at. So, for example, if you see somebody and you're like, that person's so loud, oh, they're always so obnoxious, chances are that might be something in you that you're not willing to look at. So then it's amplified within your engagement with this person. So the shadow side of ourselves are the parts of us that we're not willing to witness within ourselves. And chances are when we don't, we project it onto others and we are more triggered and all of this stuff. So it's important to make friends with our shadow, integrate the shadow is what we would call it. And so Lisa Nichols, I was watching this video and it was amazing. I did this practice. You basically get it multiple sheets of paper and you write down, you break it down in categories. And in each category, whether it's health, relationship, money, love, you write down all the lies that you tell yourself. And this is a very uncomfortable practice or exercise, because if you're doing it right, there's going to be a lot of things that you're like, oh, I don't want to look at that, but you have to go deep. It's deep shadow work. So for example, you would start with a category like money, and you might say, getting really clear with yourself, what are the lies that I tell myself about money? And lies that we tell ourselves are basically like programmed belief systems. So in your world, you might be like, well, it's not a lie, it's a truth for me. But on some level, this sort of way that you've been thinking about money or relationships, they have been sort of indoctrinated belief systems from things that maybe you have experienced it, but it's because your thoughts have kind of been set up and programmed to sort of take an unsupportive path. So it might be money. You might write, money is so hard, I never will have enough money. Nobody ever wants to give me money. I am so bad with money, right? These are all the lies that you're writing. You do the same thing in the category of relationship. I will never find the love of my life. Nobody will ever love me. I'm not lovable. And you just keep going and take breaths. It can take days to do this because you're going really deep into your subconscious and into the sort of negative belief systems that are sort of blocking you. Be gentle on yourself because it's deep work. And so once you've written all the lies, you write all the lies, in pencil, write all the lies in pencil. When you're finished, and leave spaces in between each lie because you're going to go back and with red pen, you write now a truth. To every lie, there is a truth, right? Somebody on this planet is experiencing that truth. So it is the truth. So if it's money and you said money is hard to make, underneath that in red pen, you go back and you write, money is always flowing to me. It is always easy for money to find me. If for the work section you put, like, I'll never get my dream job, you put, my dream job is on its way to me. So basically you're just, where the lie was in pencil, you now underneath in red ink are writing the truth. So you do this, and then after you have both, you then switch it up. You read the lie, you read the truth. You do this for like 4 times a day. And again, if you look up Lisa Nichols, she explains it much better. Ultimately, the goal is that you eventually erase the pencil and you're only left with the truth, and this will become your dominant sets of belief, like your dominant set, like your most prominent belief system, making these truths become the reality. So that's another great way to sort of take inventory and see what belief systems could be blocking you. Something that I'm really, what's the word? I don't like to say discipline anymore. I like to say devoted. So I'm really devoted to my morning practices. So this is another thing. If you have a morning practice, morning rituals, keep going in 2025. I love my morning rituals. For me, as I said, I'm not rigid, but the things that bring me joy, I will kind of be malleable in the way that I activate them. So it's not that I'm doing the same robotic thing every day. I sort of have like touchstones for what feels nourishing and good for me. So in the mornings, I am a no phone girl. All my friends absolutely hate me because I am phone on do not disturb until for the first couple of hours after I've opened my eyes. I'm never scrolling on social media. I like to be in my own story before I'm in someone else's story, waking up, meditating, doing some type of just grounding practice with myself, checking in with my energy field, seeing what's up. Again, yes, it's the overarching theme that it's a morning practice, but it's always just slightly different based on how I'm feeling. It might be a little bit of some dance, some movement activation. It might just be praying. It might be just writing. It might be just connecting with my ancestors and my support team and my guides. I just encourage you to amp that up in 2025. Set the tone in the morning for how you want to feel. Check in with your heart, check in with your body, some light stretching, things that are just incredibly grounding to prime yourself for the day. So if you're already doing that, keep it going. If you're new to that, I really encourage you to lean into a morning practice, even if it's just like getting tea in the morning and just sitting and being present with the tea, or if you can get outside and touch a tree, hug a tree, do something, just something before you get into the world and start getting into other people's energies. I think it's important. I think when you have some type of a practice, let that spill into your whole day. So if there is, we talked in the beginning of this video about a word that you're choosing that you want to feel energetically. So for 2025, let that be your password. So if the word rather is gentleness is the way you want to feel energetically. How can you be gentle with yourself in the mornings, right? And then chase all the ways that will activate gentleness in your day, gentleness in your existence, gentleness in the way that you engage with people, the activities that you do. And this is really good to anchor into that, because it allows you to be autonomous and nobody can give you gentleness. You are in the driver's seat of this. So allow that to be a sort of magic password throughout 2025 when you find yourself, because sometimes the wheels will fall off. This is normal. This is human life. There's going to be highs and lows. This is just the realm that we're in. So if you have that magic password, that word that you're going to use, and you find yourself spiraling or ruminating, say, okay, I'm coming back to gentleness. And what can I do in that moment that is going to conjure up gentleness? Maybe I just need to pause. Maybe there's so many nervous system techniques, which I think I'm going to make a separate video about that. But this is one called havening. You could just do this, where you sort of just you experience that you're touching your hand, and then you're the one touching your hand. So I'm touching my hand. Now I'm experiencing the touch. These things are going to tether you into gentleness. So I think that's another thing that's really strong. Sometimes our personality sort of starts to bend or mold into our conditions. So if you've been living in a condition, or your current reality isn't necessarily your highest timeline, sometimes our personality will mold into that. So own that. You can say, okay, I see that things have not been maybe working out for me, and now my personality has become kind of like very humdrum and just negative and always thinking. So own that. Take a pause and say, I see that, but now I'm ready to reach for the higher octave and start to live as your highest self. So now, even though your conditions may not be the most favorable, it may not be what you have in mind, chances are you have to just shift your frequency and shift what's going on in your thought pattern. So now, fine tune it, attune your frequency to what your higher self would be doing. If you want to do full-time YouTube videos or something, then don't just wait for those 1 million views. Keep pushing it now. If you want to be a singer or something like that, what are ways that you can sing? Go to a retirement center, go to a children's hospital and ask to volunteer. If it's something that you want to do, you can bring joy, you can share your gifts in a myriad of ways. So start showing up as your highest self. If you want to give, get some fruit, go purchase some fruit and give it to those in need. Start showing up as that person now. The next thing is, I'm a big meditator, so expansion meditation, just sitting and see if you can get yourself to a bit of like an alpha state. For my hardcore meditators out there, basically you just want to get to a sort of incredibly meditative state where your body is calm. Sometimes I feel like some tingling, and then just tune in with your energy field and let it just expand, and just sort of have a prayer in your heart or an intention that your energy is just touching and tuning in with all the right people, all the right situations. You're breathing into it and you're sending it out, but also receiving it back. And this is really beautiful. You can pick a color, like sending out just beautiful light to all of the beings and situations and opportunities that are for you, that are rooted in love, unconditional love, in beautiful creativity, in truth, and just really tune your energy field to that frequency. And that is a really powerful practice. So again, just sitting, breathing, and then finally just allowing your energy field to just open, setting out the intention that right now you are touching every single person that you're meant to come into contact with, that they're feeling your vibration right now, you're sending them light, and you can't wait to meet them in the material world. I think energy is a very powerful thing, and this is going to sort of, it's kind of like an energetic roadmap to the amazing beings that we'll meet this year. Another really cool hack, which I'm going to definitely be better about this year, write it in your calendar now. So we're going into 2025. Get your phone, your smartphone, whatever you use, your diaries, and start writing in the activities that you would like in advance. So, January 1st, go to February and say, February 15th, I'm going on a trip to Costa Rica. Go even deeper, go all the way to the summer. Write out the summer plans that you would like to have. Write out the jobs that you would like to have. I'm getting my offer. Whatever that is, write it in your calendar. Your words are spells. Your words are vibration. Put it into your calendar now. Be the architect of the reality and make your dreams come true. And that's basically what you have to do. I think in 2025, just try to be as authentic as you possibly can. Do the things that might be a little weird to others, but work for you. If you need to gently disengage from a conversation that's not bringing you joy, with a lot of love and light, do something. Color in your coloring book, play with your toy trains, whatever it is that just makes you feel lit and expressed and like, oh, I'm in my fullest expression here. That's what you need to do. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your soul. You owe it to this planet, because we need more people rooted and grounded in authenticity and truth. I wish you all the most magnificent 2025. May we all walk in the light of our highest expression of our souls. May we share, may we make this planet a better one. I really hope this was helpful. And please, in the comments, let me know how it goes. And I can't wait to hear about all the magic that's going to happen for you all. Sending so much love.